Welcome to the Bare Metal Cyber Podcast. Each episode brings you timely insights, expert analysis, and actionable intelligence to keep you ahead in the ever-changing world of cybersecurity. Subscribe to the newsletter at baremetalcyber.com to stay connected. And don't forget to visit cyberauthor.me, your one-stop destination for a wide collection of best-selling cybersecurity books. Equip yourself with knowledge from industry experts and stay ahead of the threats. Let's get started with today's topic. Being is deceiving, preparing for the deepfake cyber threat. Deepfake technology has rapidly evolved from entertaining online gimmicks to powerful tools enabling sophisticated cybercrime. Today's digital threats leverage artificial intelligence-driven voice and video manipulation, posing unprecedented risks to organizations worldwide. Understanding the sinister world of deepfake cybercrime, recognizing its subtle threats, adopting robust, defensive measures, addressing complex legal and ethical concerns, and strategically future-proofing against emerging threats are crucial steps every organization must take to remain secure in an increasingly deceptive digital landscape. The sinister world of deepfake cybercrime. Deepfakes initially burst onto the scene as playful viral videos, allowing internet users to superimpose celebrity faces onto amusing or awkward scenarios. But these entertaining distractions quickly evolved into something far more sinister. The digital wizardry behind deepfakes has transformed into a sophisticated cyber weapon, one capable of deceiving even seasoned cybersecurity professionals. The boundary between digital illusion and authentic reality has never been blurrier, creating an environment ripe for criminal exploitation. Real-world instances underscore just how potent deepfakes can be. For example, criminals successfully used a deepfake voice simulation to mimic a chief executive officer's voice, tricking an employee into transferring hundreds of thousands of dollars. Another shocking scenario unfolded when a Belgian political party released a deepfake video of Donald Trump urging Belgium to withdraw from the Paris Climate Agreement, causing momentary political confusion. Such cases highlight how easily deepfake technology can manipulate perceptions, placing every organization, regardless of size or industry, at risk of becoming an unwitting participant in this troubling virtual theater. Voice cloning represents one of the most disturbing trends within deepfake cybercrime, as the human voice becomes an unexpectedly vulnerable security element. Recent advances in artificial intelligence have simplified the process to the point where attackers only need brief audio samples to produce convincing vocal impersonations. Your friendly chief executive officer's voice asking for an urgent wire transfer could actually be an attacker, meticulously crafted from publicly available audio clips. Security professionals have discovered firsthand how alarmingly easy and inexpensive it is for cybercriminals to obtain voice samples, manipulate them digitally, and orchestrate highly believable scams. The consequences of voice-based scams are substantial and costly. One of the most famous cases involved a British energy company whose employee received an urgent request from what he believed was the chief executive officer's voice to wire roughly $240,000 to a Hungarian supplier. The voice was accurate down to subtle intonations and pauses, leaving no suspicion. The fraud was discovered only after funds had vanished, demonstrating how deepfake voices can circumvent traditional security procedures. Incidents like these illustrate that organizational defenses based solely on trust in human interaction are no longer sufficient protection. But deepfakes aren't limited to voice scams. Visual impersonation is just as potent and worrying. Identity theft has now escalated into identity theft 2.0, driven by facial mapping software capable of creating realistic synthetic identities. Compliance teams worldwide are scrambling to keep up as criminals blend real personal information with artificial intelligence-generated faces to forge entirely new synthetic personas. These advanced synthetic IDs are quickly becoming a compliance nightmare, capable of fooling biometric authentication systems that once represented the gold standard in identity verification. Social engineering attacks powered by deepfake impersonation pose unprecedented threats to both personal and professional security. Attackers now have the tools to convincingly impersonate executives, business partners, or colleagues during video calls or virtual conferences. With minimal training and publicly available materials, malicious actors replicate mannerisms, speech patterns, and facial expressions, bypassing traditional authentication methods and human intuition alike. The ability to slip undetected into private virtual meetings or sensitive calls is no longer limited to espionage thrillers. It's becoming an alarming reality. Cyber espionage itself has been digitally upgraded through deepfake technology. Foreign intelligence agencies and corporate spies actively exploit deepfake vulnerabilities to infiltrate organizations, gathering sensitive intellectual property and strategic secrets. Companies involved in defense, finance, healthcare, and technology are prime targets due to the value of their proprietary information. Artificial intelligence-generated imposters can subtly establish credibility within these organizations, slowly building trust and extracting data without immediate suspicion. Case studies from global industries reveal frighteningly subtle infiltrations, where deepfake spies operate undetected, causing significant damage before the truth emerges. Recognizing the deepfake threat landscape. Spotting deepfake manipulation is often more art than science. Even advanced fakes contain subtle imperfections that attentive eyes can identify. For instance, a deepfake video might exhibit unnatural blinking patterns, inconsistent shadows, or slight audio-visual mismatches. These anomalies, although minute, reveal valuable clues, indicating the digital handiwork behind seemingly authentic content. Recognizing such telltale signs requires deliberate training and attention to detail, skills organizations should prioritize in their cybersecurity training programs. While human intuition plays a critical role, technological tools significantly enhance deepfake detection capabilities. Organizations are increasingly leveraging artificial intelligence-driven detection software that scrutinizes videos for anomalies at a pixel level, flagging unnatural facial movements, irregularities in speech synchronization, and unnatural textures in the skin or hair. These tools act as a digital microscope, uncovering manipulations that the human eye often overlooks. Integrating such technology with employee training creates a comprehensive approach, equipping organizations to identify and neutralize threats effectively. Regular training sessions can further sharpen a team's ability to detect manipulative content. Engaging workshops, interactive seminars, and simulated exercises help staff recognize and respond to deepfake threats proactively. These training exercises expose employees to realistic scenarios involving deceptive voice calls or manipulated video conferences, enabling them to practice identifying subtle cues of deceit. Through repetition and guided exercises, teams become adept at distinguishing authentic content from sophisticated fakery, reducing the likelihood of successful cyber attacks. Deepfake creators, despite their sophistication, frequently fall into predictable pitfalls that savvy defenders can exploit. Errors such as unnatural lip movements, overly symmetrical facial features, or robotic speech rhythms frequently betray digital manipulations. Additionally, creators may inadvertently replicate background noises across multiple fake videos, unintentionally establishing a recognizable signature pattern. Security teams trained to spot these habitual errors possess a powerful advantage, allowing them to quickly identify and dismiss fraudulent material before damage occurs. The battle against deepfakes resembles an arms race, where defensive measures constantly chase evolving offensive techniques. Every time organizations devise new methods of detection, attackers rapidly adjust their approaches to bypass these defenses. Innovations in generative adversarial networks, neural networks, and machine learning algorithms accelerate deepfake sophistication exponentially. As such, a cybersecurity strategy effective today may quickly become obsolete tomorrow, underscoring the critical importance of ongoing adaptation and vigilance in the cyber defense landscape. Staying informed about the rapid pace of technological advancement is essential for maintaining an effective security posture. Security teams must actively engage in continuous education, routinely monitoring trends, threat intelligence reports, and breakthrough research in artificial intelligence and cybersecurity. Red teaming exercises, wherein internal or external cybersecurity experts simulate realistic deepfake attacks, help organizations uncover vulnerabilities before actual attackers do. These simulations provide invaluable insights, revealing weaknesses that would otherwise remain hidden until exploited by cybercriminals. Certain industries face higher risks from deepfake threats due to their inherent value, public visibility, or influence potential. Financial institutions, for example, are attractive targets because even a single successful fraudulent transaction can yield massive financial gains for criminals. Politicians and government organizations face elevated threats from deepfake-drunk misinformation campaigns aimed at destabilizing public trust and manipulating policy outcomes. Media and entertainment entities grapple with maintaining audience trust amidst growing skepticism driven by easily fabricated videos and audio clips. Technology giants are also prime targets given their vast repositories of intellectual property and confidential business strategies. Corporate espionage, facilitated by deepfake infiltration, can lead to devastating losses in competitive advantage and innovation. Through carefully crafted video or voice impersonations, criminals might extract sensitive data or influence decision-making processes undetected, showcasing how digital deception can compromise even highly secure companies. At its core, deepfake deception exploits fundamental human cognitive biases. Psychological traits such as confirmation bias, authority bias, and the human tendency to prioritize urgent demands make deepfake scams particularly effective. For instance, an employee might comply immediately with financial instructions perceived as coming from a senior executive due to authority bias. Similarly, a deepfake warning about urgent threats taps into people's inherent trust in urgent messages, causing them to bypass normal verification procedures. Despite advancements in technology, humans remain the weakest link in cybersecurity defenses. Attackers leverage natural human inclinations, such as trust, fear, and respect for authority, to bypass even the strongest technical security measures. Real-world cases frequently illustrate how social engineering, enhanced by deepfake technologies, convinces highly educated and trained individuals to take actions they might otherwise question. Understanding and addressing these psychological vulnerabilities through tailored training and policies is crucial for enhancing organizational resilience against deepfake threats. Defending your organization against deepfakes. Effectively combating deepfake threats requires cybersecurity measures tailored explicitly to counter digital deception. Organizations can significantly enhance their security by implementing multi-factor authentication, enhanced with biometrics, facial recognition, voice print analysis, and fingerprint scanning are robust options that can prevent unauthorized access, even if traditional passwords become compromised. These biometric verification systems offer a deeper level of protection by ensuring that physical attributes match digital credentials, creating significant hurdles for cybercriminals attempting deepfake impersonation. To further fortify defenses, organizations should adopt advanced artificial intelligence-driven anomaly detection systems. These sophisticated tools monitor communication continuously, looking for subtle inconsistencies or deviations from typical behavior patterns. An artificial intelligence system might detect irregularities such as unnatural pauses, unusual facial movements, or mismatched voice rhythms in real-time communications. By flagging these anomalies promptly, artificial intelligence solutions alert security teams early, greatly reducing response times and potential damage from deepfake intrusions. Real-time voice and video verification technology also serves as a critical security checkpoint. These verification systems analyze ongoing interactions for discrepancies like lip sync errors, unnatural blinking patterns, or audio mismatches. By conducting real-time checks against authenticated benchmarks, organizations can rapidly identify potential manipulation attempts during live conversations. Employing this verification practice in sensitive situations such as executive financial authorizations or critical customer interactions can drastically reduce the risk posed by deepfake attacks. Strong identity management practices further strengthen defenses by incorporating behavioral biometrics into routine monitoring. Continuous tracking of user behaviors, such as typing speed, mouse movements, and typical application usage patterns, establishes unique digital signatures. Security teams can use this behavioral data to identify deviations indicative of account compromise or deepfake manipulation swiftly. Regular auditing and reviewing identity protocols ensures organizations remain resilient to evolving deepfake methods, keeping unauthorized actors from slipping through unnoticed. Employee training remains essential as frontline protection against deepfake cyber threats. Interactive training programs engage staff by immersing them in realistic, simulated deepfake attack scenarios. Exercises involving mock chief executive officer voice calls, fraudulent video conferences, or fabricated emergencies teach employees to question unusual requests carefully. Developing a culture of healthy skepticism ensures staff members are vigilant, asking critical questions such as whether the request aligns with standard procedures or if the urgency feels unnatural. This proactive mindset significantly reduces susceptibility to social engineering. A structured and swift incident response plan is crucial when a deepfake breach occurs. Organizations must be ready to rapidly contain incidents by immediately isolating compromised communication channels, disabling potentially compromised user accounts, and freezing suspicious transactions. Clear and well-rehearsed communication protocols enable efficient coordination internally and transparent communication externally with customers, regulators, and media. Digital forensic analysts play a vital role in the aftermath by tracing the origin and methods of deepfake attacks, helping to identify perpetrators and collecting evidence critical for subsequent law enforcement investigations. Beyond internal strategies, collaborative defense involving industry peers and public sector partnerships enhances overall resilience against deepfake attacks. Intelligence sharing among competitors provides collective awareness of new threats, ensuring that one organization's defense improvement benefits all partners. Partnering closely with government cybercrime agencies provides access to broader investigative resources and enhances legal response capabilities. Joint public-public research initiatives also accelerate the development of cutting-edge solutions, helping organizations keep pace with the rapidly evolving sophistication of deepfake technologies. Legal and ethical challenges of deepfake cybercrime. The rise of deepfake technology introduces complex legal questions, especially regarding liability and accountability. Legal implications quickly surface when deepfake-enabled fraud, such as sophisticated chief executive officer impersonation scams, occurs. Current laws struggle to address these modern crimes clearly, leaving ambiguity around liability. Does accountability lie with the perpetrator, technology providers, or even the unwitting platforms hosting manipulated content? Intellectual property rights also come into question, as deepfakes often use unauthorized images or voices, raising thorny copyright and trademark issues. Regulatory responses to deepfakes remain fragmented and inconsistent globally, creating gaps that criminals eagerly exploit. While several jurisdictions are drafting laws specifically targeting deepfakes, others lag behind, resulting in varying degrees of protection and enforcement across borders. International coordination on deepfake legislation remains limited, complicating prosecution and jurisdictional authority. The lack of unified global standards leaves organizations navigating uncertain legal territory, underscoring the urgent need for clearer regulatory frameworks. Beyond legal concerns, deepfake detection technologies introduce significant ethical dilemmas. While robust detection tools are vital to preventing harm, they can also encroach upon individual privacy by continually analyzing sensitive personal attributes like voice prints or facial data. Organizations face the challenge of balancing strong security measures against individual rights to privacy. Ethical considerations must guide how companies collect, store, and use biometric data, ensuring compliance with privacy regulations while maintaining effective protection. Insurance coverage has become an emerging tool for addressing deepfake losses, yet traditional cyber insurance often overlooks deepfake-specific scenarios. As a result, specialized insurance policies explicitly addressing deepfake risks have begun to emerge. Organizations must thoroughly evaluate these policies, scrutinizing coverage details for potential gaps in protection. A careful cost-benefit analysis can determine whether investing in dedicated deepfake cyber insurance aligns strategically with organizational risk management needs, especially for high-risk industries vulnerable to costly incidents. Deepfake parody content represents a unique intersection of digital manipulation, free speech rights, and reputational harm. Legal protections for parody and satire, historically defended under the First Amendment, now face new challenges from deepfake technology. Key court rulings emphasize that protected satire typically includes clear contextual clues signaling its humorous intent, yet deepfake parodies frequently blur these boundaries, creating confusion about what constitutes legitimate satire versus harmful defamation. Courts have increasingly been called upon to determine precisely where parody protection ends and defamation liability begins. Deepfake parody videos of public figures, though sometimes offensive or reputation damaging, often gain more First Amendment protection due to public figures' diminished expectation of privacy. Conversely, deepfakes targeting private individuals tend to receive less constitutional protection, especially if the content lacks clear indicators of parody. Context, audience perception, and the creator's intent significantly shape judicial interpretations, creating a complex legal landscape. Corporate entities facing deepfake parodies that damage their brands encounter difficult choices about response strategies. Companies must decide whether to publicly address parodies, potentially amplifying their reach, or ignore them and risk unchecked reputational harm. Navigating backlash resulting from takedown requests complicates decisions further, as aggressive legal responses may draw accusations of censorship. Organizations successfully managing such situations often blend humor, openness, and proactive messaging to mitigate potential damage effectively. Future-proofing against deepfake threats. As deepfake technology rapidly advances, organizations must embrace emerging technologies to maintain an advantage over cybercriminals. Breakthroughs in artificial intelligence-driven detection offer promising capabilities, including algorithms specifically engineered to identify subtle digital manipulations within audio and video content. For instance, new artificial intelligence tools can identify deepfakes by detecting micro-expressions or minute inconsistencies invisible to human observers. Regularly integrating these cutting-edge detection technologies into security frameworks can substantially enhance organizations' resilience against evolving digital deception. Blockchain technology is also emerging as a powerful solution for verifying digital identities, providing tamper-proof records of authenticity. Organizations exploring blockchain-based identity verification systems can create permanent and transparent audit trails, significantly reducing opportunities for deepfake manipulation. As every transaction or communication leaves a traceable, immutable record, blockchain systems raise substantial barriers for fraudsters seeking to exploit identity-based vulnerabilities. Quantum computing represents another frontier with considerable implications for cybersecurity. Quantum-enabled security solutions have the potential to radically accelerate anomaly detection and response times, transforming how organizations combat deepfake threats. With processing capabilities exponentially surpassing traditional computing, quantum-powered defenses can analyze vast datasets rapidly, identifying sophisticated deepfake patterns and neutralizing threats before they materialize. Building organizational resilience to deepfake threats requires a sustained long-term commitment. Organizations must integrate deepfake readiness into broader enterprise risk management frameworks, consistently evaluating and addressing vulnerabilities related to manipulated content, establishing formal risk assessments specifically tailored to deepfake threats helps security teams prioritize resources effectively, ensuring rapid responses and informed strategic decision-making in crisis scenarios. Developing a culture that emphasizes continuous security, innovation, and improvement is equally critical. Organizations that actively encourage experimentation, learning, and adaptive thinking position themselves to respond more effectively to emerging threats. long-term investment in cybersecurity education, including regular training, specialized certifications, and skill-building workshops, empowers staff at all levels to stay informed and proactively contribute to their organization's defense posture against digital deception. Scenario planning provides another essential element for future-proofing organizations. Regularly simulating deepfake attack scenarios allows organizations to anticipate potential threats and proactively develop countermeasures. These exercises can reveal hidden weaknesses in existing security measures, enabling organizations to refine and enhance defenses before an actual attack occurs. Realistic simulations prepare employees mentally and practically, ensuring smoother incident response and minimizing disruption in real-world attacks. Leveraging predictive analytics further strengthens defenses by enabling proactive identification of early indicators of deepfake attacks. By harnessing big data and advanced analytics, organizations can recognize patterns and anomalies indicative of impending threats. Predictive modeling techniques can forecast potential attack vectors and vulnerabilities, facilitating early intervention to prevent or mitigate cyber incidents before they escalate. Threat intelligence platforms offer powerful tools in predictive analysis, aggregating global data to identify emerging deepfake threats rapidly. Organizations utilizing threat intelligence can track evolving tactics used by cybercriminals, stay ahead of attack methodologies, and refine their cybersecurity strategies proactively. Real-world successes using predictive analytics demonstrate clear value, as organizations utilizing these methods have successfully anticipated and prevented deepfake drink-drunk attacks, avoiding significant financial and reputational damage. Deploying active countermeasures, such as rapid takedown procedures, digital forensics investigations, and coordinated disruption operations, also raises the stakes for criminals. By making deepfake attacks increasingly difficult and expensive to execute, organizations can shift the economics, reducing criminals' incentives to employ digital deception tactics. Industry leaders play a critical role in driving the establishment of best practices and standards, promoting transparency and collective accountability within the broader cybersecurity community. Inclusion: organizations stand at a critical crossroads, challenged by deepfake threats that continuously adapt and escalate. Success in countering these threats demands comprehensive security protocols, continuous employee education, rapid response capabilities, and cooperative efforts across industries and sectors. By actively engaging emerging technologies, addressing legal complexities, and fostering a vigilant organizational culture, businesses can mitigate deepfake cybercrime risks and ensure resilient protection against the ever-evolving landscape of digital deception. Thanks for tuning in to the Bare Metal Cyber Podcast, your trusted source for cybersecurity news and insights. Remember to subscribe at baremetalcyber.com so you never miss an update. And visit cyberauthor.me for bestseller cybersecurity books that equip you with expert knowledge. Until next time, stay secure, stay vigilant.